Hey everyone, it's Average Gatsby, and welcome to another issue of Engineering the Asylum, Part 2 of Horizon. It starts right away, so I'll get right into it. I first set down the drone just so I get an opportunity to get in a better position. I just didn't want to get shot right there, but I wasn't using it for any particular reason. I think it's always a good idea to throw down your drone when a fight starts, just to have it out there to distract an enemy. Taking a few less shots really matters when you're an engineer because your survivability is so low. As you can see, I'm using Incinerates on the husk to strip their armor and then instantly hitting them with either a Cryo Blast or, as you saw right there, a concussion shot. My reasoning behind using Cryo in these next sections is that I feel that Cryo is an absolutely fantastic ability at short range. Even though it has the same distance as Incinerate, it is really more for providing a damage bonus when it's used at close range. So right there, I know that all of my shots can hit the collector drone right there. So I just use a Cryoblast instead of using Incinerate. Especially with Morden, the Cryo is usually preferable to the Incinerate at close range, simply because you only have that 4.5 second cooldown. As you can see, I pick up both of them right there with single Cryo and able to put all my rounds into it. And then the previous enemy that I had used Morn's Cryo on was taken out by my allies. That's another strategy for using Cryoblast, is when an enemy is trapped outside of cover, quickly snap freezing them and then just letting your allies finish them off. You'll notice that your allies tend to gravitate towards shooting targets that are affected by Cryoblast, or in the same way affected by biotics like Pull, for example. I think the AI simply knows that the enemy is weaker and decides to apply more damage on them. So for this next section, a lot of people prefer to go to the left as soon as they come out here, but my engineer just doesn't have the survivability to get into that position, although it is a great position. So I come up here and I'm able to flank all of these collectors. This position is great because the collectors will consistently walk down the hill in order to take out you and your allies. And so they put themselves in actually an even worse position. You'll see that because they're at medium range right there, and because I wasn't sure if when they fell they would fall behind cover, I was using Incinerate. Incinerate is you're really best used at medium to long range. It does have occasionally a knockdown effect, which is really nice, and it has that crowd control panic attack. So you'll see right here, I'm using my combat drone not really for distraction, but more for providing me a damage boost of sorts. Not directly, the combat drone right now does no damage itself, but what it does is it keeps the enemy occupied and keeps them from being able to enter cover. And so I attack with my combat drone, and then I attack that target that is being hit by the combat drone. A lot of people use it simply as distraction, and I feel like that is not the best way to use it. I feel like it should be used as a tool to be able to put more shots and more abilities into an enemy. You can see a perfect example right here. I push him out of cover, then I'm able to freeze him, and then just a few shots of my Shuriken, and he's finished off. And so I'm actually just following the drone around the level as it looks for targets. And I'll be doing that a lot more in some of these other sections. I use Cryo right there because I thought I'd be able to close the gap and move on in, but I had completely forgot about the other collector drone. So, the best choice right there would have been Incinerate, but now that I'm at close range, I'm going to throw out the Cryo, and then I'll just finish this guy off up close. So that's it for the fighting in this section, but I did want to talk about my strategy a little bit more. A lot of people have been asking me if I'm going to use combat drone or attack drone. And to me, this is the most important choice an engineer is going to have to make in their build. In answer to that question, I'm actually going to be using both. I think for the beginning, I will be using predominantly the attack drone, and then later on in the game, I'll probably move to combat drone. The reason for that is because I feel that for one, if you go if you go the explosive drone early on, your drone is going to have a lot of health and is not necessarily going to die as fast as you want it to. The whole point of the explosive drone is to provide a brief distraction and hopefully cast it into a group of enemies and then catch them all in an AoE type effect and just do major damage. But in order for that to happen, the drone has to die quickly. If you have a drone with the 160% health boost at level 15 in the game, you know, it's going to take quite a few shots for it to die. And you'll see in this video later on when I'm fighting Harbinger, Harbinger can't really one-shot the drone. He does occasionally, but if he's using his sort of Incinerate type move, he doesn't kill him right away. So in my mind, in the beginning, you want to take the attack drone, not for the damage, but for how you've already seen I'm using it. You know, using it as an assistance to to increase your killing speed. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'll be showing you 2 different versions of the Harbinger fight coming up next. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please rate, comment, subscribe, give me any feedback you like, and have a good day.